life-size bobbleheads, a signed game-worn jersey from your favorite captain, or goalie masks signed by NHL legends including Grant Fuhr and Mike Richter.
Saved by Richter!
For more info, log on to NHL.com. Help hockey fight cancer.
ESPN Thursday Night Hockey. Welcome back to Denver, everybody. Doesn't get any better than this. Two of the league's best, Colorado and Detroit, and certainly one of the world's best. Peter, are you 100% right now?
Yeah, I know it feels good. I don't have any problems. When it gets warmed up, I feel okay, so it's no problems.
You like this rivalry?
I don't know if you can like it, but it's been great. I think since '96, it's been every game. Every big game has been hard and played a lot of times in playoffs. And they get a good team. You look at the lineup, you know it's going to be a good game.
Is this going to be a physical game?
Sometimes they are, sometimes not. But they get a skilled team, and we've got a pretty skilled team. But occasionally there's a couple of body checks in there.
Does finishing #1 overall matter to this club?
I think so. I think it matters for every team that's up. It's a lot of teams that's tied, almost for the lead there. And I think it's going to be every playoffs is good for you.
Peter, thanks very much. Good luck. Peter Forsberg, let's go over to Bill.
Gary, thanks very much. I'm with Nick Lidstrom of the Red Wings, going to your 8th All-Star game. Does this get old, or is this still fresh, going to another All-Star game?
No, it's still fun to go, and I really enjoy going there, and it's fun to get a chance to play with some of the guys you usually face up against, so I enjoy going there.
This bulletin just in, you guys have a rivalry with the Colorado Avalanche. Does your body feel different on the day of a rivalry game, or is there anything different going on in your head?
The intensity of the rivalry, and we had some great matchups over the years. But once you get to the rink and you see the fans outside, and just like in warm-up now, your fans are coming in, you can feel that the rivalry is building up.
Good luck tonight. We'll see you in St. Paul.
All right, thanks a lot.
Nick Lidstrom of the Red Wings. We are moments away from a classic rivalry, NHL style. Avs and Red Wings when we come back.
The Pro Bowlers on ESPN as the NFL's Island tradition continues for its 25th year. The great game and its greatest players live from Hawaii. Sunday at 7:30 on ESPN.
Not one, but two former UFC champs doing battle with your Super Brawl superstars. Pro Bowl weekend, Super Brawl. Former UH football standout Iko Batale steps into the ring with former UFC champ Dave Manet. Plus, your own Filipino phenom Eddie Yagan will trade blows with former UFC champ Jens Pulver. No excuses, Hawaii. $15 tickets are back. You're in for the fight of your life. Saturday night Pro Bowl weekend, February 7th, Blaisdell Arena. Be there!
NHL on ESPN, brought to you by Bud Light, the proud sponsor of the NHL. Lincoln, there are those who travel and those who travel well. And Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
You can get excited about this. Welcome back, everybody. Full House will be on hand. Striking clarity, the wider picture. It's HD TV, and it's presented by Best Buy and Phillips. And we are ready to go. Barry Thorne along with Bill Clement and our crew. Peter Forsberg out to take the face-off. He will win it back, and we are underway. Detroit and Colorado meeting for the first time this season. The attempted dump-in lost. Yzerman is out there to start it out. That'll be whipped in off the defenseman's stick, Morris, and that goes up into the netting, and that will draw the whistle. And we are underway. Wearing the mic for us tonight, Peter Forsberg, the per-game point leader in the NHL this year.
Peter Forsberg will match up against his fellow countryman Nick Lidstrom anytime Detroit can get the matchup. But as you can see, Nick Lidstrom is still glued to the pine over there. They don't want to chase the matchup just yet. I mean, you don't want to play up to a team when you think you're as good, if not better than them. And that's why this is really kind of Clash of the Titans.
There is Nick Lidstrom, who will be heading to the All-Star game. He is averaging almost 28 minutes of ice time per game for Detroit. And we will be seeing Lidstrom, of course, our all-star coverage.
It's interesting. Barry Smith changes the D-man. I had a chance to talk to him before the game. He said, yes, Lidstrom against Peter Forsberg, but Fisher's been playing such a physical game. They may give Yuri Fisher a chance to see how he can do in a physical sense against Forsberg.
Yzerman missed that one wide. Held in near side by Maltby, though. Maltby out there with Yzerman and Draper. Draper behind the net gets rubbed out of the play. Pretty good hit by Rob Blake. Already a little physical out there. Maltby with it. Centered it in front in the slot. Picked up and stolen by Konowalchuk. Konowalchuk with Korea. 2-on-1. Konowalchuk. Save made and knocked away. Curtis Joseph. Curtis Joseph, the start for Detroit. David Abisher makes the start for Colorado. And extra bumping is going on in this game as these two teams try and establish who they are against one another. Lidstrom drops it off. Matthew Snyder will team up with him. Up the near side to Hull. Hull cleared it out of there. Hull has gotten out of that long 20 games without a goal and is back putting the puck in the net. He's had 2 goals and an assist over the last 3 games. That'll be whistled.
The 2-on-1 from a reverse angle. Steve Konowalchuk made a good decision here. He's a left-hand shot. It would have been hard to thread the needle, but chalk one up for Curtis Joseph. Curtis Joseph of the Red Wings. That was the best kept secret this morning. Dave Lewis brought both his goalies that are healthy to the rink this morning. Wouldn't tell anybody who was going to start. I'm not even sure the goalies knew.
They didn't. Solani's got it. Taken to the boards on the far side and tied up. That was Travis Brigley, 60 of Colorado, moving in, trying to pin it up. Zetterberg trying to dig it out. The officials want the puck moved, and finally it is dug out of there. Stephen Wacom, Kevin Pollock are our referees in this game. Brad Lazarowicz, Brian Mock will do the lines. Backhander! Colorado's got the lead. Teemu Solani.
Boy, here is something you don't see too often, and I'm not talking about a Solani goal. I'm talking about a Nick Lidstrom turnover. Colorado strikes first. Look at the pile along the boards. There's number 5, Nick Lidstrom, and as Solani came, Nick Lidstrom held. Finally, it came to Lidstrom, and he tried to flip it out over Solani. He didn't get it high enough, and he paid for it. Curtis Joseph was screened on the play.
1-0 lead, and goals have not come easy for Teemu Solani this year. Only his 3rd goal in the last 16 games. Chelio's shot blocked. Here comes Tanguay. Tanguay with a half a step gets Joseph.
What a play by Alex Tanguay.
Apart, 2 goals.
You are talking about high-powered octane offense here, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams, but right now it's only one. Alex Tanguay saw that Curtis Joseph was coming out, and this is why you don't overplay an elite player. Curtis Joseph was 15 feet outside the paint. He gambled on the shot. Tanguay went for the deke, threaded the needle. Just like that, it's 2-zip.
Tanguay's got his 19th goal and his 61st point. He is 3rd in the league in scoring. Alex Tanguay, who's going to the All-Star game. And the Avalanche exploding for a 2-0 lead here early in this game. 2 goals on their first 3 shots. And a crowd that hadn't yet settled in and still hasn't is on its feet and not able to sit down.
Remember, Curtis Joseph was pulled from 2 of his last 3 starts. Things have not gone well early for him. I shouldn't say that. The first shot by Konowalchuk I thought was something to build on. He made a really good save on the 2-on-1.
Ironic, Curtis Joseph has struggled of late. Last 8 games, he's won only 2, lost 4, tied 1, and had a no decision and pulled in 2 of them. Pass intercepted and moved up ice. Detroit got it back. That was Jamie Rivers who took it away. David Abisher behind the net's got to be loving this. Abisher's got 2 goals to work with. From the point, a save made. That was Woolley who took that shot. Woolley cutting to the net. Return pass. Maltby shot. That one got blocked out deep, and that one hurt. That is Marty Skula limping. Skula blocked the shot and is having to go one-legged to the bench. He's going to stay out there and try and skate it off. There he is.
I don't know. There's skating it off and there's gliding it off. And right now, Skula looks like he's gliding at best. So Curtis Joseph now is faced with an emotional obstacle, digging in, down 2-0 early in this huge rivalry game. And Dave Lewis obviously will be watching him. They want 2 points too. I mean, this is You know, obviously you want to take care of your athletes, and Dave Lewis respects everybody, but you want the deuce here. You want 2 points.
Colorado's rushing it. Intended off the near side for Sakic, who could not reach it. Detroit wanted to see whether or not there was going to be a big physical presence early in this game. Colorado, instead of that, it has been the big offensive pressure. The goal by Solani is 13th at 134 unassisted. Then at 152, Tanguay's 19th. Hayduk and Forsberg pick up the assists, 18 seconds apart, 2 goals, and a 2-0 lead. Abishur, intercepted. The attempted sweep to the middle, not there. Datsuk picks it up. Ray Whitney, and a save made by Hall's chance. Whitney, the intercept, set up the opportunity. That pass will be an icing call when touched by Chelios. And this thing opens wide open.
All kinds of things going on the ice, including blocking shots. Kirk Maltby took a blast that I think hit the inside of the left foot of Martin Skula, and he limped off. Meanwhile, David Abishur had his own little war going on right in front of him.
These two teams don't take long to get into it. Detroit has had the puck down low a few times early in this game already, but not been able to convert on it. Dumped back in by Tanguay. Curtis Joseph around the net. Dominik Hasek, of course, continues out with that groin injury. The Detroit Red Wings do not know when he's going to get back in. That was Peter Forsberg who tried to put that hit on and missed.
He did.
Keep that in mind.
And it was almost knee to knee on Holmstrom.
That was close shot. Hayduk, that one off the end of the sticker. Blocker that time as Joseph reached out. And a bad pass by Detroit back into the middle. That forced a quick out, and Colorado got it back. Hayduk on the near side off the wall will be whistled for being in offside. Boy, Peter Forsberg took a shot there, almost knee to knee.
I don't know if something happened already in this game. Remember, they haven't faced one another since last season. But look at Peter Forsberg. He looked like he went after Holmstrom low and high. He had his stick up on him.
It's amazing how these carry over, don't they?
Battle of the great physical Swedes right there.
I'll tell you. Off the face-off, Detroit got it, sent it out. Yeah, it'll be Colorado in the dump-in.
Maybe it was a summer deal back in Sweden. I don't know.
Paul Courier sent it in. Willie picks it up, drops it off in the middle. Red Wings fire from out of this early in the game, down 2-0 with the offense they have. Colorado's offense third in the NHL, but Detroit's second in the NHL in offense. Played back in behind the net. McCarty back in action for them. Dropped it off. Backhand chance. Abishur poked away before he could get the shot off. Got dumped in front. Mike Bowers on the attempted turnaround. It's brought in. Solani. Shot the save. Curtis Joseph.
They allowed that to stand because he had possession of the puck as ruled by the linesman. That's why Solani was able to back in before the puck and not get an offside.
Start to the offenses in this game.
Well, Curtis Joseph has led in 2, but he's made 2 really good saves too.
Easily could be 4 goals on the board for Colorado. Sakic dropped it off. It'll be offside here as he touches that one up. A 2-0 lead for the Avs. About 5.5 minutes here into the first period.
Travis Brigley brought the puck up in the last Colorado chance and was able to scoop it to Teemu Solani, who at the blue line looked like he had pretty good possession of it, so they let it stand, and then he got a low shot on Curtis Joseph.
Just tipped that one away. Curtis Joseph has seen a lot of the Colorado colors coming at him with no Detroit red and white in front of him. Loose along the blue line. Battle for it. Joe Sakic knocked it into the middle. Great pass by Sakic. And the shot on just missed. Joseph reached. He thought there was going to be a pass, and he got crossed up on Lyle's chance. Lyles just ripped that. Chelios dumps it. The attempted kick in front went wide of the net. Detroit, Chris Draper was down low. Chelios from the point. Centered. Shot deflected near side. Rebound. Draper side of the net. Yzerman dumped it in front. Taken away and flipped by Paul Correa. It's not as though there aren't chances.
Oh, no kidding. 2 great plays by the Red Wings. One, Chelios with his head up was aiming for Draper's tape on that first deflection, and then Draper being able to hold his ground there to get the deflection, and we got a little set to that's just about to happen.
Over on the center ice area, Peter Worrell has been into it with the entire Detroit bench. Worrell being held off by the linesman. There were no initial penalty calls, but when it continued from the corner up to center ice, they decided something better give. David Solani, who's got one of the 2. Colorado's got the lead.
Here it is, boys, the Boston Bruins.
Hey!
Is this about your tryout?
What else?
Dear Raymond. Ooh. In regard to your repeated inquiries about a tryout with the Boston Bruins Hockey Club,
Right on.
please refrain from making any further contact with the organization and we will be forced to pursue legal action.
Hey, look at the bright side.
Yeah, the bright side.
Straightaways, for curves, for impulses. The Lincoln Aviator. Travel well.
2 weeks without a cigarette. I was this close to giving in. And I thought, you're crazy. You're this close to finally making it.
When you're quitting smoking and you get a really tough craving, an extra piece of Nicorette can help make all the difference. One bite, and it quickly begins to release the medicine you need. With Nicorette, you can always add an extra piece to your schedule. So whenever you need help, you've got it.
I've never gone this long without a cigarette.
Nicorette helps you quit, one craving at a time.
Only one penalty, and it goes to Colorado. Here's how things started. Maltby on Correa, then Morrison after Maltby. And then the big man, the true policeman of the Avs, Peter Worrell, said, I'm going to flash my badge, but he's going to pay 2 minutes for it. Here's Detroit's power play.
6-12, Worrell goes for unsportsmanlike with Colorado leading 2-0. First power play of the game goes to Detroit, and Detroit has the 5th best power play in the National Hockey League against the 7th best penalty kill of the Colorado Avalanche. And they will look to the front of the net. They're spreading it out here. Detroit is. Zetterberg on the near side. Holmstrom usually is in front of the net. Blast. Score! Oh, perfectly positioned. It is 2-1, a power play goal. Can't get much better than Ray Whitney right there. Wide open, high slot.
Talk about in the wheelhouse. Woo! Somebody missed an assignment for him to be that open. As there was a battle going on in front, Peter Forsberg sagged down a little too low towards David Abisher. From our Southwest Airlines goal cam, David Abisher actually shoveled over. Was in the right spot, but there was just too much velocity on it.
That is the 200th career goal. Congratulations to veteran Ray Whitney, his 9th of the year. It is a power play goal. He's had 3 power play goals of the 9 he scored, and Detroit's right back in it. It is a 2-1 game. Abisher in the quick drop side of the net. Lyles got there, but that was a dangerous pass.
That's the 5th power play goal for the Red Wings in their last 4 games, including the little bit that they played here tonight. They're starting to get her cranked up again.
Icing call if Schneider gets there, and he does on the touch. So the Red Wings answer it. It is 2-1. There is Ray Whitney, the veteran, in the lineup with his 200th career goal in the power play.
Well, don't expect either of these teams to panic regardless of the score. Oh, Colorado came out here and jumped out to that 2-0 lead. And Dave Lewis looked like he was sitting at a little family picnic watching his kids run back and forth. Just sitting there having a good time.
Another face-off win came to Chelios. Couldn't quite control it. Solani had taken it away, lost it to Datsu. Datsu to Chelios. Chelios centered, and it's kicked in wide by Whitney. Whitney had that one just hit his body and go wide. He gets dumped over there. Datsu came in to help out. Detroit putting the heat on. Let go to the near side. Moved out through center. Tipped away off Brigley's stick. Detroit will get it back. The goal at 6:40 by Whitney on the power play is 9th. Datsu Zetterberg got the assist. How about that for a dump out by David Abisher? Popped that one out to center. Forsberg left it in the middle, cutting Solani again for a second goal. Save, rebound. Oh, Peter Forsberg got robbed. Joseph out there. Forsberg didn't have room to maneuver. Forsberg with it. He's putting on a show already in this game. Top of the circle, save into the slot, and it'll be cleared out of the zone after the chance by Marty Skula. Powell flips it.
I'm getting excited. I can tell the playoffs aren't that far off. Is it me, or is there? I mean, there's a buzz in the crowd, the intensity on the ice. Great saves.
They're going at it.
You bet.
And there was some concern. Hey, it's the last game for these teams before the All-Star break. Would they be up for it? Curtis Joseph almost got dumped. Answer, they're up for it.
Think it
hit. Centering pass got deflected. Dangerous chance right there. Avoided. Yzerman with it. Yzerman will move it in. Yzerman a wrister. Abisher deflects that one up off the far side. Draper came over to get it. Left it. Yzerman back out onto the point. Lidstrom fakes. Hauls it. His shot. That save. Kick to the corner. Centered out in front. Yzerman was turned the wrong way. Hayduke will move it out. Haydu got it ahead, and it'll be dumped into the zone by Derek Morris.
Nobody walks the blue line better than Nick Lidstrom in the sport of hockey.
Carried, and then let go. A great shot turnover. They've got Wrigley in front. Couldn't get the pass back to him. Now they got to get onside. Rob Blake will drop it off. Blake's going to the All-Star game for the 6th time. The big defenseman out there, number 4 from Colorado. Swept in, but that's going to be offside, and we're going to check in with John.
Gary, you have a couple possible Western Conference champions. We have a couple possible Eastern Conference champions in this game. In Ottawa, the Sens have come out smoking. Marty Havlat makes it 2-0. The Sens now lead 3-0 after 20.
Ottawa in that chase for the cup. NHL.com. All the scores, fantasy, and the NHL store, NHL.com. It's there. Great to have you with us here. Seems like we've played 2 periods already with all the chances and the pace. We're not even halfway through the first. 2-1 Colorado.
They're not going to go away either. If you like good scoring chances, you came to the right spot tonight. Teemu Selanne moved in for this chance. Curtis Joseph looked like he was expecting that shot to go to the left. Peter Forsberg just missed on the rebound. Curtis Joseph, with a couple of really good saves here in the last few minutes, is at least stabilized after letting 2 quick ones in.
That one intercepted Darren McCarty on an errant pass. McCarty will dump that back into the corner. Dandino going back to get it. You see how effective they've been on not a lot of shots having been taken so far in this game. Wrigley trying to drop it off. He had that one stolen. Dandino held it in. Return pass to him. Got knocked away. He goes to the corner for it. Picked up. Dandino all the way around on a 360 trip. Leaves it. Wrigley's got it. Wrigley will move it out. Colorado wants a change. He'll feather that one in. These 2 teams vying for the number 1 spot in the National Hockey League. Detroit right now tied for 2nd overall. Colorado number 1, but only by 2 points ahead of the Detroit number. Adam Foote back in action behind the net. Foote had missed a couple of games. Back in there. He's played this season in 47 games now. Sakic looking at Paul Correa cutting. Correa's behind the net. Correa tried to dump it back for Sakic. Couldn't get it there. Blocked into the corner. Correa gets taken down by Zetterberg. Zetterberg knocked away to Connor Walchuk. Connor Walchuk with Yzerman. Chelios is all over him. Connor Walchuk had it banged away. Little push from behind by Yuri Fisher. Freed it up. Taken by Connor Walchuk. Not much area to skate here. Chris Chelios has it. He leaves at the center. Holmstrom breaking into the middle. Pass instead comes to the near side wall. Dump pass. Zetterberg taken out of the play. Connor Walchuk. Holmstrom back there. He and Blake, 2 heavyweights, go at it along the boards. Dropped it back near side. Pass into the middle. Got a chance here. Dropped down low to Holmstrom. Holmstrom trying to bring it to the front of the net. Blake said, get out of the way. Forsberg picks it up. You don't just knock Holmstrom down.
Well, Blake does.
Yeah, Blake
he knocks
does.
everybody down.
Peter Forsberg, Draper hanging on to him. It's sent in. Maltby and Forsberg, and there's a Holmstrom elbow to Forsberg, and a penalty coming. Holmstrom was headed to the bench, and he just flashed the elbow on Peter Forsberg and knocked him down.
Had to be something from the summer vacation in Sweden, but it continues here, right there.
Remember how great the last day of school was? That's what getting away on a Southwest Airlines Fun Fair feels like. They're everyday low fares to your favorite vacation spots that start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
Wow. Do you know anybody here?
Yes, we're all partners at the firm.
Oh.
Rich. Actually, you look very firm to me.
But not smooth.
Hey, I can't believe I ran into you. Excuse us. There's some people you've got to meet.
Thank you.
Smooth.
Who are you?
The waiter.
But not rich.
Salmon Puff?
Michelob Amber Bach. Rich and smooth.
For straightaways, for curves, for impulse. impulses. The Lincoln Aviator. Travel well.
Peter Forsberg, NHL Wired. He's wearing the mic.
Nice move, great move.
A man prone to understatement, and he was on that one.
Power play underway here for Colorado. They've got the 2-1 lead. Holmstrom got the penalty interference, 11-13. This Colorado power play, like Detroit's, is big time. Save made. Forsberg. Hayduke, second chance. Deflected off a stick. They've got Blake out there in front. There's Rob Blake. They're one shy back of the blue line, and that could have been dangerous. But that didn't get by. And they again will move Blake into the front of the net. Their big defenseman, Blast Morris, save made and tipped to the near side. Curtis Joseph with a save on that one. Right now only one man back along the blue line. Hayduke drops it back there as they rotate around using that umbrella power play. They've got the forwards though in the wrong place. Tanguay was up along the blue line. That'll be cleared out. First power play opportunity for the Colorado Avalanche. The best power play in the NHL. They have scored the second most power play goals, 54. This Detroit penalty killing team, 9th best. And the Detroit Red Wings, dangerous shorthanded. 12 shorthanded goals, the most in the league. That'll be dumped back in behind the net. And they can get a handle. Konowalchuk over to Korea. Back up on top. They wait, setting it up in front. That one's going to be tipped wide into the near side. And Detroit able to get to it. Chelios cleared it out of there.
That was a pretty good decision by Lyles of Colorado. He just took a wrister to the front of the net. When a defenseman gets it, if he sees he's got the 2-on-1 in front, just get it there. Let the forwards battle for it.
Look at Lyles bringing it all the way up. Lyles is open. A shot blocked. Came right back to him. He had a moment there. Fisher was standing in front of him. Snyder, the bouncing puck, goes up into the netting, but they're going to let it play. Came back for Sakic. Fisher will get it. Detroit shorthanded. Will move it out of the zone, and he'll take a rap at it. Blue line, Fisher, save up high. Rebound, Draper cutting in. Gets leveled as he goes high to the boards. Lyles takes him there, and the puck's underneath him. Mercy. The All-Star Weekend is coming up. What a great time we're going to have. If any city can do it right, it'll be St. Paul. We will be there Saturday for the All-Star Saturday Young Stars game at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. The Dodge Super Skills competition to follow, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. It's all Saturday. It's all in HD, and it's all right here on ESPN.
Speaking of here, some of the All-Stars are here. Rob Blake will be in uniform, representing the Western Conference. Joe Sakic will be there. Alex Tanguay will be there. Pavel Datsyuk of the Red Wings.
Look at the push on this by Brigley. Brigley moving it in. Brigley cut off and gets taken down and into the net. Willie's going to draw the penalty. Fans going, give us a penalty shot. Nope. It's holding.
The infraction came after he got a decent scoring chance. I think that's the only reason Steve Walken didn't call a penalty shot.
Hey, Detroit, 15 to hold.
Brigley with a pretty good burst of speed. He pushed the puck ahead of him in the neutral zone so he could just catch up to it. That was a pretty decent physical play by Jason Woolley. You know, it looked like Woolley worked really hard not to get his left hand all the way around him, and I don't think he did.
He hung onto the stick under his armpit. Good play by Brigley. Yep, he got the penalty. 2-man advantage now. That one tipped wide of the net. Peter Forsberg back to get it. Now a 1-man advantage. First penalty is over. Holding 13-11. So what you've got, consecutive penalties here that have resulted in the 2 power plays for the Colorado Avalanche. Blake in behind the net. Colorado on the power play has been led by Hayduke's 11 and Sakic's 10 power play goals. That one ripped wide. That's Hayduke. And he had a chance. There's Alex Tanguay back to Hayduke. Near side. Blake shot. Hit the post. Cleared by Chelios. It's set in the paint. Tanguay will pick it back up. Tanguay moving in, drops it. Centering pass is cleared. Great move by Yzerman to get it out of there.
I just hope these two teams meet in the playoffs so we can see this for at least 4 consecutive games.
Can they play the best of 99 games?
There you go.
We'd be all set.
Oh, man.
Dumped back in by Sakic. Yzerman cut off over there. Solani, good play. Solani leaves it behind the net. Taken out of the play with Sakic. Cleared back up and out of the zone. Fine play by Chelios. Chelios is playing the hard-nosed Chris Chelios kind of body defense that we have seen over his great career in this game. He has shoved a couple people around. Paul Correa moves it in. Correa power play, gets tied up. Good play Snyder, who tied up Correa. Kicked in by Foot, and he got knocked down. Taken back by Maltby, drops it. Snyder, he'll one-time it up off the blocker.
Adam Foote got knocked down by Yuri Fisher, a guy that's really stepped up his physical play, and he's a big man. The Red Wings can keep him playing like that. They got Darren McCarty back. They get Darian Hatcher back healthy. They're going to be a different kind of team, folks. They're going to have it all.
Big and powerful, and they're offside with 22 left on the power play for the Avs.
Speaking of having it all, that is Rob Blake. Look at this end-over-ender. Curtis Joseph did well to stop the knuckleball. He didn't know where it was. Landed behind him from our Southwest Airlines goal cam. You'll see it. Now, Rob Blake, you got to know he's going to be in the hardest shot competition during our skills night Saturday night.
You better be.
Of the guys, of the 5 guys that are...
Wrigley! And it's covered by Joseph. Wrigley again brought it in, and then Detroit takes exception to a couple of players late. Curtis Joseph got hit. And the discussion begins.
Eat it up, boys.
It's Matthew Snyder. That will separate here. We'll get the calls after we check in with John and Barry.
Vancouver and New Jersey. Henrik Sedin from Daniel Sedin made it 1-0. And then Daniel Sedin from Henrik Sedin makes it 2-0. They both play 13 minutes a game. They both have 9 goals this year, and my sources tell me they're related.
You have good sources. Good sources.
Can't get anything by Butchie, I'll tell you that.
I'm telling you right now, it's 10 on the power play, cleared around by Lidstrom. Marty Skula will hold it in, and Blake along the blue line. The shot deflected in front. Gets tipped back to Maltby. And that will do it on the power play. They do not convert, so they had consecutive power plays. 5 shots over the 2 power plays that overlapped by a couple of seconds. But they could not convert. Good job by the Detroit penalty killers. It remains a 2-1 Colorado lead. Datsuk knocked down at center ice, flipped by Blake. Solani and Tanguay scored the 2 goals within 18 seconds of one another. A minute 34 and a minute 52. Whitney on a power play at 6:40 for the Detroit Red Wings. Got him on the board. That will be whistled on the offside. A great matchup that's living up to what we talked about earlier.
Straightaways, for curves, for impulses. The Lincoln Aviator. Travel well.
Your oldest brother used it during his 3 years as an all-star pitcher. It helped your second oldest brother win back-to-back Little League state championships. It even kept your brother Kai going for 2 years, even though his team only won 3 games. And today, it's yours. If your team needs new equipment, these cookies will make it happen. Made with butter, no preservatives. The profits mean big bucks for your team. Give us a call and we'll talk.
Bud Light plus-minus leaders. Zdeno Chara's got the lead. O'Coin right there with him, and Bertuzzi 325s.
Alex Tanguay right behind those guys. He's number 4 overall in the NHL. He's the number 2 forward in plus-minus, behind only Todd Bertuzzi of Vancouver.
Colorado, Detroit, you can see why these two teams over the past 8 years have won more games than any other teams in the National Hockey League. 5 of the last 8 Stanley Cups have gone to one of these two teams. They are obviously very much in contention this season for Lord Stanley's hardware again, and you see why when you see him play. It is a treat. Fisher touches that one up. Icing call with 4:07 to go in the period.
Mentioned Rob Blake earlier, and possibly, we don't know yet which guys are going to go in which events on Saturday night, but you got to figure Rob Blake is going to end up in the hardest shot competition, and I think he's going to win it this year if he goes in it. You look at the 5 guys who are past winners, and only 5 guys have ever won the hardest shot, because Al McInnes has won it 7 times. Not one of them is going to be there this season. So it's wide open, but Rob Blake is really launching rockets this year, man.
L.I. afraid he's not coming back then.
No, Wild Thing will not make it.
Okay, School has got it. L.I. afraid he won that a number of times. Tipped ahead. Sakic's on the right. Return. Konowalchuk gets battered away. Good play by Zetterberg. Zetterberg covering defensively on the back check. Heinrich Zetterberg, 2 goals, 3 assists in the last 3 games for him. But there, he was playing defense. Konowalchuk cutting. Great pass. Backhander. Sakic save. Rebound. Correa drops it off near side. Can't get it. Skula had Holmstrom diving in front of him. And the puck will come to center. Played back to Morris. Morris has it. We have seen about as many chances here in this first period of this game as most of the games this season combined.
You know what's happening, Gary? When the Avs hit the Detroit blue line, it's like they're hitting an explosive charge there that's pushing them forward. Man, have they been quick from the blue line in, and they're getting a step on the Red Wings and generating tons of scoring chances that way.
Some great opportunities. Mark Bowers of the University of New Hampshire. Pass intercepted off him. Hayduk sent it back in. Detroit was changing. Here's Peter Forsberg. Forsberg from behind the net. Forsberg, Matthew Snyder all over him. Forsberg controlling the puck. Got double team taken away by Lidstrom. Lidstrom dropped it off for Danonu. Blake able to hold it in. Dumped back by Tanguay. Taken away and moved out by Detroit far side Mowers. Mowers sends it in, then took a shot. David Abisher will cover up. We'll check in again with John and Barry.
Thank you, Gary. Flyers and Thrashers in Atlanta. Atlanta scores first. Simon Gagne scores second. Career goal 101. The Flyers have the most points in the Eastern Conference with 70, same as Detroit.
Thrashers needing it desperately now. Our Dodge Intermission report coming up. We'll have a judicial decision, talked about a preview to a miracle in the Battle of Ontario. All coming up. Dodge Intermission.
Flyers, Simon Gagne is starting to go now. That's all the rest of the teams in the East need. The Flyers have a long list of guys that can put pucks away up front.
It'll be moved back out by Travis Brigley in his 27th game. 3 goals on the year for him. Joseph got caught up. Fell down. Woolley was there to help and clears. He'll ice it. Curtis Joseph has had his struggles, and he knows it. The way he's played pucks in this first period.
Well, can you stand it? The All-Star game is here again. We'll have it for you Sunday on ABC. Hockey's best 54th annual NHL All-Star game. Remember last year's shootout? What do we get this year? Hopefully something great. We'll have it for you starting at 3 Eastern. The NHL All-Star game from the XL Energy Center in St. Paul Sunday.
Curtis Joseph just unable to get in the right place, right time, and Skula can't do it either as it comes to center. The All-Stars in this game are Lidstrom and Datsuk from Detroit. Rob Blake, Alex Tanguay, and Joe Sakic will represent Colorado at the All-Star game. Tipped back into the zone. Sakic saw the hit coming from Woolley. Couldn't control. Good play by Woolley. Albee trying to dump that one in for Draper. Taken away by Morris. Morris clears it back out. It's got to be taken at the far end by Jamie Rivers. Rivers around the near side. 2 forecheckers up for Colorado. Worrell out there from behind on Yzerman. Nice tip pass by Skula. Stolen again by Yzerman. Yzerman in. Shot. Blocked into the corner right out to Abisher. Yzerman going there to get it. Steve Yzerman. Yzerman's had only 2 goals in the last 21 games since coming back from a knee injury. And Detroit's going to get a power play. Skula took his man down.
Good news, bad news. The good news is that Martin Skula didn't break his foot.
41, Colorado, that's a hook.
Yeah, there's got to be a blues singer somewhere in Stevie Wacom's family tree, right? I love Stevie. I love his voice, too. Martin Skula with a hold. The good news is he's back out there and doesn't have a broken foot after blocking a shot earlier. The bad news is that he picks up a 2-minute penalty for Colorado. We'll see if Detroit can get this thing tied here.
And at 33 left to go in the period. More than that on the power play if needed. Red Wings a chance to get right back here and tie this thing up after being down 2-0 in the first minute and a half of this game. Skula went hooking at 18:22. Different than fishing. Datsuk drops it back to the point. Lidstrom left it into the middle. Datsuk one-timer. Deflected back to him. Lidstrom at the point. Shot. That goes off the stick of Zetterberg behind the net. Zetterberg trying to center. Had it stolen. It'll be moved out short-handed, but they wanted to change it up.
Boy, you can see that part of Detroit's scouting of Colorado has to do with shots from the blue line deflected from the mid to high slot. They've tried about 5 of them. Lidstrom was that last one, and Chris Chelios has launched 2 or 3 of them.
Having trouble moving out of the zone. Good job by Hayduk forcing the play into the zone. Dropped off the near side. For Detroit, 8 power play goals by Datsuk leads them. They spread out. their power play goal scoring. That errant pass by Zetterberg picked up by Blake. The Forsberg shorthanded. He tried to move it in. Hull's got it. Hull looking. Hull waiting as Detroit was changing behind the play. Forsberg came by him. 50 seconds left on the power play. 26 in the period. Yzerman sent it in. There's room. Holmstrom drops it. Heads to the net. Back to the point. Matthew Snyder. Chance. Save. Rebound. Goaltender down. Shots. Deflected. Abisher. And a whistle on it. Yzerman trying to find room as he had players between he and the net.
And I think Joe Sakic might have gotten back in time to do something to the shot too, but Steve Yzerman can only kind of smirk. Great play by Matt Schneider. He got a nice low shot. Look at the screen that Holmstrom sets. Oh, it was the leg. It wasn't Joe Sakic's stick. It was the leg of Derek Morris, I think. Derek Morris just with an outstretched left leg.
But
was it Foot or Morris? Derek Morris or Adam Foote? One of those two guys. Might have been Adam Foote. It's no fair having a 52 and a 53 on one team.
There is Adam Foote, who used his leg. Off the face-off, Yzerman to Shanahan. Snyder, 13 left to go in the period. Matthew Snyder does not take it. Near side, Shanahan passed behind him. He just tipped it around the net. Konowalchuk over to get it. Konowalchuk, Sakic clears it out, and that will do it in the period. Detroit will start the second period with 22 seconds left on the power play. What a matchup. Solani and Tanguay have picked up the goals. And in between goal scoring, with Whitney getting one for Detroit, these two rivals rediscovered why their blood boils.
Imagination at work. And Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
At the top, we said these two teams highly explosive offensively. They have proven it in the first period. Avalanche 2-1 lead. Welcome back, everybody. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, and our crew here in Denver. Goaltenders have been busy. Curtis Joseph, only 9 wins, 15 losses. Lifetime against Colorado, had quite a period.
Yeah, he did. When you combine skill and hunger, obviously you're going to generate scoring chances. That's what Colorado did. They seemed to have a better jump. Even though the shots were reasonably close, they had a better jump than Detroit. I'll tell you what, Curtis Joseph, after letting in 2 quick ones early, I thought was the story of the period. Without Curtis Joseph, this game would be a 5-1 game.
Still a power play underway here for the Detroit Red Wings. Only 14 seconds left on it. Brought back up the near side, so they've got a shot. And hit put on by Konowalchuk, and the puck cleared out of the zone relatively easily. Looked like there was going to be a chance there for Ray Whitney moving in, but things just bogged down. Lidstrom the other way. Power play's over. 1 shot off that power play, and that'll be dumped in wide of the net. So these two teams continue their offensive flow here as we start the second period. Lidstrom off the near side. Solani and Tanguay the goals for Colorado. Whitney picked up the power play goal for Detroit.
One thing Detroit has to do, though, is tighten up at even strength. They gave Colorado earlier in the game 2-on-1s, partial breakaways, a complete breakaway. There was a penalty called on it, but there were breakdowns at the Colorado blue line and deeper by Detroit.
Draper moves it out. You saw Curtis Joseph there. Ooh. He thought there was going to be a call for icing and almost misplayed the puck. Blake drops it off. It reflects near side, taken by Tanguay. Tanguay knocked away by Chelios. Chelios puts the stick to him. Draper couldn't move it out of the zone. Shot back into the middle, hit Maltby. And the Red Wings will move it from their own end. Just underway, second period. Scoring chances in the first, 11 Colorado, 5 Detroit. Knocked away Yzerman's chance. Fisher behind the net. They got Draper set up in front. Back to the point, chance. That one deflected out in front and wide. Draper was out there, went off the skate wide of the net. Looked like it hit Steve Moore. Move back as both teams are changing it up on the fly. There is Blake. And it'll be moved in a 3-on-2 for the moment. Just missed Teemu Solani, who circles with it off the wall. Solani goes D, was changing. All alone. Morris, backhander, save Joseph. Morris walked in from the blue line and nobody picked him up. The Avs will keep it going over to Teemu Solani. Morris goes back to the point. Looking, they're getting the D involved and then just loses the puck out the center.
Why, Derek Morris made a really smart move. He had a little fake, then he put his shoulder down and went wide, trying to get Curtis Joseph down. Tried to go high to the short side, but Joseph, even though he looks off balance sometimes, is a great athlete when he's in there, and he can get to those pucks.
Konowalchuk had it bounce off into Holmstrom, who moves it in. Holmstrom centering pass. This Zetterberg played by Konowalchuk. Red Wings trying to keep it alive here at the point. Snyder. Matthew Snyder can't. He has to dump it back for Lidstrom. Lidstrom continues with ice time galore. Over 9 minutes in the period. Zetterberg in 2-on-1. Backhander wide of the net. Penalty coming. Another power play. Detroit. The interference call. It may go against the Red Wings. Looks like Holmstrom's going to be called for setting up a pick in front on that chance.
No kidding. I thought it was going to be Travis Brigley on a hook.
I got Detroit goalie interference. Goalie interference.
Not the first one that Tomas Holmstrom has ever picked up, and it won't be the last. He is such a pain for every goalie. Gee, that's a tough call.
Holmstrom almost couldn't avoid hitting it.
Exactly.
Bounces up in the air. David Abisher.
And Abisher was outside of the paint. Holmstrom was looking at the puck. At some point, there's going to be an accidental collision. It almost looks like that's what happened.
Colorado's got a lead in the power play. Moved off the near side. Tanguay. Blake along the line. Forsberg alone. Centered. What a save. Curtis Joseph on Derek Morris. Unbelievable save. Morris was celebrating that goal. Near side. Morris again moves in. Shot. Deflected. May have gotten a post on that by Morris even. Curtis Joseph was out of position as he moved across to cover Derek Morris.
I'm still flipping out over the pass by Forsberg.
What a pass.
Yeah, but see, Curtis Joseph knows one thing. You've got to always be ready. This was the shot after. The one before it looked like this. Oh, right off the base of the post. Somebody got back and got his stick on Derek Morris there too.
Wow. Third power play chance of the game for the Colorado Avalanche. Blake trying to hold it in, did. Dumped into the corner. Sakic. Paul Correa there to get it. Correa banged it up in the air. Taken again by Sakic to the point to Blake. Blake along the line, had to leave it. Sakic dumps it low. Detroit challenging. Correa centered shot. That one went wide. Going wide of the net. The D moving in. Adam Foote. Now Correa looking. Sakic's in the middle. Foote moves to the other side over to Blake. Blake great cross ice in the middle. Sakic intercepted and cleared.
No, too many nice guys. Not enough trigger pullers.
About 3 shots passed up on that passing.
Yeah.
Now the power play's only got 41 seconds left on it. Colorado will move it up. A dump in from the red by Foote around the far side. Chelios there to get it, but lost it. Sakic. Sakic feathers that one to the near side boards. Good play by Sakic to keep it alive. Dump back to him behind the net. Konowalchuk got it back there. Let it go. Moving back Paul Correa. Correa goes on top. Lyles looking. Lyles has got Yzerman on him. Takes it all the way across the ice. Konowalchuk got pinned up. Sakic trying to drop it off. Correa was cutting. Couldn't handle it. Dumped back into the corner. 10 left on the power play. Sakic. Chelios picked off the play by Konowalchuk, who pays the price by Shanahan, who clears. Good play with the penalty killers, and that'll do it. 2 shots on that power play for Colorado. They could not convert. They are 0 for 3 on the power play in this game. And it remains a 2-1 Colorado lead. Detroit trying to force the errant pass. Brigley on the near side. Had to dump it behind his own net. Taken back there and out of the zone, but Detroit's got to clear. Back for it. Rivers near side. Dump in by Dandino. David Abisher came back to get it. Teemu Selanne on the far side. He got pinned up on the wall. Bowers was over there. Detroit holding this play deep in the end, and finally Wrigley just dumped it out of there. Rivers will drop it back. Good defense shown here. Red Wings find a little room in the middle. Tried to get it to McCarty, could not. Teemu Selanne. Selanne with Blake. Drops it off to the trailer. No backhand. Centered shot deflected up in the air as they dropped it out in front. Had Steve Moore there. Detroit had caved back enough to knock it away. Bowers got leveled out at center by Brigley. Detroit change. Datsyuk centered. Blocked. Datsyuk picks it up again. Goes back to the point. Colorado, their head spinning. Abisher makes the save. And again, a little touch-up going on in front after the shot by Matthew Snyder, and a penalty coming in the Avs.
Will it go to Brad Larson for his stick chop? Looked like a bit of a cross check.
Brad, you gotta go. I'm on TV. Go.
You gotta go. I'm on TV. I love that. Kevin Pollock, that was Kevin Pollock saying, look, you got to leave me alone here. There's a camera, I'm on television. I mean, I got better things to do than stand here and argue with you. The penalty's been called. I'm not going to reverse it. Go away. It's the way to do it, Kev.
Larson gets the cross-checking call. Adam Foote cleared it around to Connor Walchuk. Detroit goes back on the power play. 5:47. This is their third power play. They have picked up a power play goal.
I can tell you, I will be shocked in this game if either one of these teams has a power play and doesn't generate at least one, probably 2 or 3 really good scoring chances. Both of these teams have on their power plays.
Datsuk, that one got blocked over there by Zetterberg as Connor Walchuk tried to clear. Datsuk back in behind the net was able to tip it away to Hull. He had it brushed. Hayduk cleared it out of the zone. And Detroit will get it back. Lidstrom with it. Detroit on the power play. The Red Wings, third best power play at home and 13th on the road.
That might not be the power plays generating the scoring chances. It might be the shorthanded units.
But something when you're not at even strength. Forsberg cleared. Lidstrom was trying to get to the bench that time. Lidstrom over to Hull. Hull will wait as Detroit gets its players out there. Eisenman to Holmstrom. Holmstrom wants to get to the front of the net. Good play Tanguay to move it and not out of the zone. Nobody on this near side point. The chase. Forsberg. Lidstrom trying to hold it in. Tanguay cutting. Tanguay the aerial pass to him. Tanguay waiting. Tanguay draws it. Curtis Joseph came out. Puck went wide of the net.
See that toe drag by Tanguay?
Here's Shanahan with it. Shanahan, both teams were changing again and got caught. Adam Foote was going to the bench and had to stay out there. Taken away by Blake from Holmstrom and cleared. There have been some line changes that have been less than picture book so far in this game because the pace of the game has been so fast. Willie's moving up the far side. 20 left on the power play for Detroit. Holmstrom, he'll go at it with Morris. Morris hard around near side. Willie up. Willie dumped it into the middle. All the way across. Shanahan sets a pick on Correa to free the puck up. From the point, little room. There's the chance. Snyder and a save made by David Abisher.
Okay, I'm kind of officially shocked. I mean, Detroit hasn't generated a really good scoring chance here on this.
Both of these teams shorthanded have come out and have been aggressive in their shorthanded play.
That's what makes it great. And as when you're on the power play, you have to be careful of that. And you got to be aware of it.
Chelios waiting, rips it into the middle. David Abisher knocked it away. McCarty was setting up in front. McCarty played a little over 3 minutes in that period. That one he tried to tip it and went wide. Penalty over. 2 shots on the power play for Detroit. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. The Avs still have a 2-1 lead. Taken back. Scratchkins drops it off the near side for Foote. Foote looking for that long pass. Had it knocked down at center. Batted straight up in the air. Red Wings Fisher left it. Larson was out there putting the pressure on. Played off the near side wall. Maltby a blast. Abisher reaching out. It went wide. Deflected up and into the screen.
Since the All-Star game in 2003, some of the best scorers in this game. Who was number 1? We'll tell you.
We're gonna get the Caravan, America's best-selling minivan.
Plus the dual power sliding doors.
Plus the power hatch. Plus the 4 captain's chairs.
Plus the DVD.
Plus the 0% financing.
Or the cash allowance.
Plus the cash allowance.
Not or?
Plus.
Plus.
Plus. Plus then.
Announcing Zero Plus, a groundbreaking offer of 0% financing plus a $2,000 cash allowance on Caravan. Plus our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Hurry, Zero Plus just made the best values in America even better.
Never underestimate the value of a superior security system. Security technologies from GE. Advanced security for home, business, and government worldwide. GE. Imagination at work.
For centuries, humans have tried but failed to retain worldly possessions when crossing over. Finally, Radio Shack has made it easy to change your wireless service provider without giving up your existing number. Just bring us your current wireless bill and we'll take care of the rest. And right now, get a Motorola T730 color screen phone on sale for just $69.99 after mail-in rebate with 2-year agreement. So, while we can't promise you immortality, we can make this life a little easier at Radio Shack.
Well, players 2 through 5 of the guys that have had the most points since the 2003 All-Star break are in this game. But number 1 picked up a point tonight, at least one that we know of, Marcus Naslund of the Vancouver Canucks.
Vancouver Canucks with 70 points behind Colorado by just 2. There are great races going on for the division titles. Colorado's in their division up by just 2 points. Lidstrom's got it. Lidstrom the wrister. Deflected straight up in the air and behind the net. Nobody can find it. Holmstrom came back to get it. Shanahan centered, had it blocked. Shanahan got it back. Shanahan dumps it right through the paint. And a penalty coming. Delayed call. Going to be on Detroit. Dumped back into the corner by Larson. The touch up Snyder. Takes the hit. And there's the whistle. The officials being very protective of activity around the goaltender. That's where this one came from.
Minor penalty on the play. Goaltender interference. Go.
And I can see them being protective if there's a shot on the way. And Holmstrom's right in the paint. Skula gave him a little push. He's got to make every effort to avoid the goalie. That means he's got to dig in against Skula there to stay out. I still would like to see goalies become fair game when they're out of the paint, behind the goal line, playing the puck.
I agree.
And there are some goalies in the NHL that favor that.
Yep. The penalty comes at 8:37. Holmstrom out. 4th power play of the game, Colorado. Blake leaves it for Forsberg. Colorado power play. Forsberg to the dot. Nobody on him. Passes it up. Gets it back. Blake.
They know he's not going to shoot, though.
Yeah. He has all kinds of time and room. He heads to the net. Shot. Sakic save made. Rebound. Blocked by Forsberg. Cleared it back up for Milan Hajduk. Hajduk works it all the way across ice. Tanguay. Tanguay cutting back. Leaves it. Sakic on top. Sakic looking for a seam. They had 3 down low. They got Blake set up in front of the net again, using that defenseman in a forward position down low. Centered. Blake got blocked. That went off Curtis Joseph. Wasn't a shot, just a deflection in the middle. Hajduk turns it back. Sakic. Too much passing again, Bill. Left far side. Chelios. Forsberg knocks it down. The fans now begin to go shoot.
Good idea.
Sakic's playing the top here in this power play. They move Tanguay to the front of the net. Up the far side. Blake shot. Missed it. Sakic will move up. He's got that guard on with the mask because of the injury to his jaw, and it's cleared.
See, the Detroit Red Wings know that Peter Forsberg will never just shoot as a last resort. He will wait for people to move to make a play, so they can lay off him and give him time. But while they're giving him time, the power play is going away.
Yeah, and nothing's happening on the ice. Teemu Selanne brought it in. Matthew Snyder kicked at him. Yzerman picks it up. Short-handed. Detroit Red Wings this year 12 short-handed goals. Yzerman the move. Lyles falls down. He's centered. Came back to Shanahan. Big save, David Abisher. Abisher knocked it away. Power play stolen away. Here comes Paul Correa. Shot. Gloved by Curtis Joseph. Speaking of gloved, John and Barry.
Tampa Bay is scorching, Gary. 63 points coming in the honky-tonk tonight. Funky cold Kubina. Pavel Kubina makes it 3-0 Lightning.
You believe Tampa Bay has the biggest division lead in the National Hockey League, 13 points ahead of Atlanta, and as a result their head coach John Tortorella in line for a new contract. Maybe. Certainly deserving in the middle. Blake shot, save! Blake shot, deflected on the top of the net and covered by Curtis Joseph.
Stayed there. You don't see it land on top of the twine and stay there very often, but that's what happened. Rob Blake did a sensational job of fighting through a hit to get his second chance. There it is right there. He fought through Kirk Maltby, and it landed right on the water bottle. Matthew Schneider very smartly took Selanne out of the way to allow Joseph to come back. Watch this. Did it hit the water bottle? It nicked the water ball and stayed. Matt Schneider said, okay, the puck's fine. I'll take the man. Rob Blake wants to take a look at it, see how close it came. It came pretty close to dropping in. You bet.
Blake is second among defensemen starting the day in points with 40, 11 goals, 29 assists for the big man.
He'll win the Norris this year.
He is far and away, I think, the leader right now. 3 years in a row. It's been won, of course, by Lidstrom, who's on the ice for Detroit. 5 shots on the power play. They do not convert. Whitney trying to center back in. Datsyuk save made. Quick shot and a quick save of the pad. He kicked it wide. Moore's pass into the middle. Comes to the near side. Both teams trying to complete line changes here. A big run into that time. Moore got a piece of Matthew Snyder. Snyder behind the net coming at him again. He gets pinned up on the far side wall. And going like, all right, Steve, that's enough.
And he had a bare hand, too. Matt Schneider's still out there without one of his gloves. His right hand is bare. He's got the puck right now.
This is where you do not want to get chopped. Cleared back out of there, intended for Forsberg. This will be touched up in the ice. 8:45 to go in the second.
Well, with so many artists in this game, you can imagine that there are things of beauty happening, but even the puck sometimes creates its own work of art right here on top of the net.
ESPN HD. Call your cable operator or satellite provider today.
Hey, that thing got a Hemi? You're about to find out. Excuse me. Can I have my order, please?
Dodge Ram with the legendary Hemi. Loved by those who have one, dreamt about by those who don't.
Sweet.
What are we gonna do tonight?
Hey, let's go clubbing.
Oh, yeah!
Get into Taco Bell for our exclusive Club Chalupa. A classic club mix of crisp bacon and marinated grilled all-white meat chicken. Spun into our very own crispy, chewy chalupa shell for fresh club taste worth sinking your teeth into. To get into Club Chalupa, you gotta think outside the bun.
I got you something.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, this is nice. And here's yours. I know it's not fancy, but it's what's inside that counts. And what's inside is Labatt Blue.
Wow.
Huh?
I love it.
Break out the blue. Labatt Blue.
Awesome gift.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Skycam is in the building tonight. You get a bird's eye view as the play progresses. Look at it following the play. Solani to Correa, all the way down to the save by Curtis Joseph. Two-man operation. Jesse and Michael are operating. Jesse determines where the camera is, and Michael actually is the cameraman that takes care of the camera. Nice work, gentlemen. That was well done.
That one moved back and out of the zone. McCarty sends it into the middle. Eisenman dropped it. Shot blocked. That'll come all the way to the near side boards. Want to mention Dan Highnote has had to go in the injured reserve for Colorado today. Forsberg centered right through the top of the crease. He was trying to get Tanguay cutting. So Dan Highnote has been lost to the team. Brett Clark called up. He is a scratch tonight for Colorado, and how long Highnote will be gone, they do not know. And Darian Hatcher, of course, still out for Detroit. He'll be back probably in a month. That's the schedule for him. A turn, centering pass in the middle. Chance, block, score! What a play by Matthew Dandino! This game is tied.
And a tremendous play by Darren McCarty, who's still trying to get his timing back, still trying to get his confidence back. But Darren McCarty really toasted Marty Skula as he came across the blue line. Look at this. Skula missed him completely. And then McCarty threaded it through the skates of Peter Forsberg, who was back checking. Dandino went wide and just took a little chip at it. It went right under the arm of David Abisher. From our Southwest Airlines goal cam, watch the armpit under the right arm of David Abisher. He got a little loose there, and Dandino found daylight. It is 2-2.
First goal in 49 games for Matthew Dandino. His last one came October 20 in Montreal.
When he was a defenseman still.
Yeah.
Now he's a forward.
Now it's tied at 2-2. So the Colorado lead, their goals coming in the first minute and a half of this game, has gone. Paul Correa tied at 2. Centering pass block. Correa doing battle with Woolley. Goes back out onto the point. Right along the line, held in. Scratchkis centered it. Correa. That one may have hit some metal too. Either the crossbar or the post. Paul Correa returned to him. Woolley was there. Puck still centered. Correa far side, can't get it. Cleared out by Datsyuk.
That was a pinger.
Tough skating down low. I'll tell you, there's some body banging going on when they get into that slot area. That time it's cleared Whitney. Whitney gets knocked down for his effort. Goes in behind the net. The tying goal, 11:59. Dandino's got 2 on the year now. McCarty and Chelios picked up the assists. You'll hear defensemen when scores are read when these two teams convert, because Colorado and Detroit have more points from their defensemen than any other teams in the NHL. They are 1 and 2 in that department. Sent back in behind the net. Left, Matthew Snyder. Snyder drops it back. Lidstrom, his defensive partner. Shanahan's on the near side. The tip pass will roll in on net. David Abisher played that one. Abisher had a charge coming at him by Zetterberg. Moved it out of there, though. Near side wall. Teemu Selanne cutting a little room. Selanne right through the wickets, but wide. Lyle shot it hard through the paint, but didn't touch anybody. Shanahan moves it out through center. Shanahan, Detroit changing. Lidstrom picks it up. Coming over the boards, the Red Wings move back into the near side corner. Shanahan's still out there. Lyle's back, takes the hit. Draper the puck. Draper for Shanahan. Rolls by. Chelios steps up. Tanguay. Chelios got it. Blake trying to pin his man Draper. Draper on the back. Knocked away to the far side. Lyles came over to get it. Just gets it out. Chelios will play it at center. Chris Chelios piling up some minutes in this game. 20th year in the NHL. Yzerman deflected in front. It's still loose. Draper can't find it. In the skates. Dug out by Maltby and turned to the corner. Maltby came back to get it from Yzerman. Maltby. Draper still in the paint. Waiting. Yzerman looking through the screen in there. Yzerman a shot. Gloved by Abisher as Yzerman tried to go wide.
Any action? Yeah, just a tad. Well, you can run, you can skate, but you can't hide from Skycam, and follow Darren McCarty all the way down around Skula and right to the goal by Matthew Dandino that tied it at 2.
The crying, it's a good thing?
It's a very good thing.
A round and baguette diamond ring from Kay means 2 things. Every diamond is hand-selected, and she'll absolutely love it.
You're still crying.
I'm still happy.
Every kiss begins with K.
We're gonna get the Caravan, America's best-selling minivan.
Plus the dual power sliding doors.
Plus the power hatch. Plus the 4 captain's chairs.
Plus the DVD.
Plus the 0% financing.
Or the cash allowance.
Plus the cash allowance.
Not or?
Plus.
Plus.
Plus. Plus then.
Announcing Zero Plus, a groundbreaking offer of 0% financing plus a $2,000 cash allowance on Caravan. Plus our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Hurry, Zero Plus just made the best values in America even better.
I got you something.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, this is nice. And here's yours. I know it's not fancy, but it's what's inside that counts. And what's inside is Labatt Blue.
Wow.
Huh?
I love it.
Break out the blue. Labatt Blue.
Awesome gift.
Oh, yeah.
The crying, it's a good thing?
It's a very good thing.
A Valentine's Day gift from Kay means 2 things. Every diamond is hand-selected, and she'll absolutely love it.
You're still crying.
I'm still happy.
Every kiss begins with K.
Cam Cruz of ESPN Thursday Night Hockey. Great to have you with us, everybody, and delighted to be able to bring you this matchup. Those of you in Colorado and Detroit, great to have you a part of our broadcast audience as well. And what a game, 2-2.
And boy, do you have good teams to cheer for and have for a lot of years.
5:31 left to go here in period number 2. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, our crew on hand here in the Denver. Maltby, quick shot, and David Abisher. No whistle. Had to drop it off for Derek Morris. Morris, a couple of Detroit Red Wings around him, got it out of there. Fine play as the puck was moved up by Paul Correa. Correa hits the middle. Konowalchuk with the puck. Taken off the play by Chelios. Correa came in to help. Dug in. Konowalchuk reaching in. Pulled it away. Konowalchuk on the wall. Couldn't do anything with it. Centering pass for Correa. What a pass. Cleared across the near side. Sakic put that backhander out there and just missed Correa. He saw him cutting. That was his peripheral vision. Near side for Maltby. Maltby. Again, moving up with Sakic. Cleared up the near side. Joe Sakic, all-star appearance. He is 5th in the league in points with 57. Starting today's play. 4:40 left here in the period. Teams over the boards. Waiting. Scratch just moved it up the near side. Foot sent that one in. Selanne had it blocked, taken away. Detroit will get that in. McCarty dumped it. David Abisher knocked it away. Abisher, their 25-year-old out of Switzerland, who's taken that #1 job in net. Patrick Roy's retirement, and what the first half of the season, solidifying his position as their #1 netminder. Cleared up the near side, not a lot of room. Drop came back to Dandino's got a goal. Dandino protecting the puck against Solani, left it. Bauer's trying to drop it off. Slip, fell down, got it behind the net. McCarty wanted a backhander, couldn't get it there. Jason Woolley stepped up, lost it. Played back by Steve Moore. Moore, a rookie, leaves it around the near side. Brigley was there. And Colorado can't get it out of the zone. Dandino chases Brigley into the corner. One arms that one to himself. Dropped it behind the net. Hull goes by him. Dandino still has it. Left it for Hull. Hull trying to sweep it into the middle. Hit Dandino on the backside. Played by Brigley. They need a line change here. Moved out of the zone. Solani, and that will give the Avs a chance to get some fresh legs on the ice. Matthew Snyder back to get it. Shots are 24-22 in the game. The advantage going to Colorado by 2. There's Matthew Snyder.
Gary, we've seen so many different types of hockey games in this game. We saw Colorado with a jump in the first. They've looked at times in this period like a team standing around waiting for the period to end. Now all of a sudden we're seeing a grinding game by both of them.
Like they wore themselves out in that first period. Adek couldn't get to it. It's a 2-2 game. 3 minutes left to go. Second period. Solani and Tanguay picked up the first 2 goals. Minute 34 to minute 52. Whitney got a power play in the first, and then Dandino has tied it. 11:59 here in the second period. These teams battling for the #1 spot in the National Hockey League. Move back out far side. Hayduk. Elon Hayduk. 26 goals. Had to drop it off and heads to the bench. Hayduk tied for 4th in goals scored in the league. Drop back off Snyder all the way in on Curtis Joseph. Joseph's going, all right, boys, let's go the other way this time. Third back up for Whitney. And a long cross ice. Holmstrom will handle it. And it's going to be a 2-liner for the whistle. Well, it's All-Star Weekend coming up, and we are excited. We'll be there on Sunday. ABC will have the 54th annual NHL All-Star Game, a great game last year that ended in the first shootout in NHL history. We'll see how the Stars do it this year. 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. It'll be right after the NBA on ABC with the Lakers and the Magic.
And almost as sure as an NHL season starting as Joe Sakic heading to an All-Star game. He's played in 10 All-Star games. 15 total points, so he is heading to game number 11.
The Wild, the team hosting, their crew has done a great job getting ready for this game. Minneapolis, St. Paul, a great hockey city. You got Mike Modano coming back, playing for another team after all those years he spent with the Minnesota North Stars. His reception will be of interest there in that city. A couple will be playing, including Ralston, the goaltender for the Wild, will be there.
By the way, I talked to the Red Wings coaching staff, who will be behind the bench, Dave Lewis. I got the lines for the Western All-Star team, and I wonder if Mike Modano would be interested in knowing who his wingers are going to be.
And he's starting.
Mo, if you hang out till the 3rd period, I'll tell you, if you're not playing tonight. Is Dallas playing tonight?
Have to look in the schedule for that one. Got a pretty full schedule of games.
No, they're not. All right, we're going to announce Mike Modano's wingers. I guess I should clear it with Dave Lewis first, though, huh?
No, I think it's okay. Holmstrom tipped it away. Holmstrom got it back and sent it in. 1:46 left here in the period. Skula leaves it near side for Derek Morris. Morris over the red, gets by Zetterberg, forced to send it in. These teams both are backing up at center ice and clogging up that neutral zone area. Scratches will dump it back in behind the net to Tanguay. Chelios is on him. Back to Tanguay. Tanguay trying to find somebody in the middle, but you can't get anybody there. Off the near side, intended for Forsberg. Peter Forsberg spins, wheels, looking. Forsberg dropped it back. He'll go to the blue line now. Scratches off the far side, sends it in. Curtis Joseph reaching out, just poked it away with a stick. Holmstrom dropped it into the middle. Minute 9 to go in the period. Detroit changing. Shot save made. David Abisher and Maltby.
You know what? Maltby's got one of the underrated shots in this game. Both a slapper and a wrister.
It is quick. Hayduk save made.
He doesn't have an underrated shot. Everybody knows about Hayduk.
Elon Hayduk comes. Look out. He's had 2 goals, 2 assists the last 3. Draper chance. Save made. David Abisher. Both teams changing. Draper dropped it. Eisenman trying to punch it into the middle. It went straight up in the air instead. Finally taken away by Blake. Under a minute to go here in period number 2. Sent in on net. Joseph gloves it. Still has it. And gets a whistle. Let's check in with John and Barry.
Thank you, Gary. This Labatt Blue break takes us to the honky-tonk, where Nashville taking on the Bolts, and here they come. Dennis Arkapoff makes it a 3-2 game.
Predators vying for a playoff spot. Nashville looking to get in. Right now they are 7th seed with 60 points. Our Southwest Intermission report is coming up. Sneak peek. Avs season. Thrashers Canucks and the Red Hot Devils all coming up in our Southwest Intermission report. Back to center. Blake has got it. 28 seconds left to go here in this period. Pavel Datsyuk moved it in, but that's going to be whistled on the offside. So 1 goal scored in this period, picked up by Dandino to tie at 11:59. Solani Tanguay in the first, Whitney in the first for Detroit.
We will see one of the most creative players in the National Hockey League on the ice in St. Paul. And you're looking at him right now in Pavel Datsyuk. Nothing that he does is ordinary.
Shot from center by Snyder. Just ended up going off the heel of the stick and back in behind the net. But there's time here. Still got 15 seconds left to go in the period. Datsyuk dug it out. Centering pass. Wrigley will have to play it after he blocked the centering pass. Moves it to the near side. Solani looking up ice. A little room. Fans wanted to call there. Won't get it. Lidstrom comes the other way. At the buzzer. High over the head of David Abisher. The Detroit Red Wings fell behind 2-0 early in this game. Dandino in this period has brought them back even as Dandino picked up his first goal in 49 games to tie it up at 2-2. We completed 2 periods of play. Thursday night hockey from Denver. Yes, indeed. This one is yet to be decided. The Avs and the Wings 2 apiece.
NHL on ESPN, brought to you by Guinness Draft Stout. Drink responsibly. Brilliant. GMC. We are professional grade. And PlayStation 2.
Two teams battling for first place in the National Hockey League. They've lived up to the billing of a 2-2 tie. And welcome back, third period. Blake takes it back in around the net. Underway in a game yet to be decided. Colorado with a 2-0 lead early in the game. Detroit has had the last 2 goals. And here we go in the third. Moving in is Hayduk. Hayduk 5 shots, leading all shooters in the game through the first 2 periods. Taken out of the play on the far side. Forsberg got it back. Hit by Snyder. Moved it out into the middle. Came to Yzerman, who just dropped it for Maltby. Maltby sends it in. David Abisher in net for Colorado. Curtis Joseph the other way. Hayduk backs it up. Lyles takes it back in or behind the net. Already with 72 points now. Philadelphia, they're going to pick up a win tonight. They're going to reach that 72-point mark. Boston has caught Toronto. How about that? For the division lead with 69 points with Boston's win. Here's Paul Correa. Correa turning it back in on Whitney. Dumps it. Heads to the front of the net. Correa open shot. Never got it. It was banged out of the air by Snyder and cleared. First period wide open. Lots of offense. Lots of chances. Second period more defense. They settle it down a little bit. While we talked a lot about the offenses both these teams have, their defenses, Detroit 13th, Colorado 9th in the league in that department. Sakic pinned the man up. Connor Walchuk batted the puck away to himself. Connor Walchuk looking to the middle, trying to find Correa. Couldn't. Hull hit him. Correa over to help. Dumped it into the corner. Pretty good bang up over there. Down low, it'll be played. Curtis Joseph. Joseph gets tied up. Puck freed up. Taken by Correa. Back near side scratch. His shot. That gets blocked. Detroit's got a 2-on-1 chance. Whitney moving it in. Whitney onside. Leaves it. Whitney shot. And it went up and over. Maybe Abisher got a little piece, but I think the shot was just high.
And maybe a little chunk of the crossbar, but what a play for both of them.
2-on-1 chance. Goes for naught. McCarty with it. Drops it back while they change. Woolley waiting. Banged it up. Cleared ahead. Dandino's got a goal. Puck batted away. Still loose. Played back in behind the net. A little room for Lyles off the far side. Detroit, couple 4-checkers up. Morris will move it to Teemu Solani. Solani centered it. Wrigley into the zone on the backhand side. Shot. Sticked away. Curtis Joseph played off the near side boards. Moore had it. Moore in a battle with Rivers. Puck up against the boards. 2 of them trying to freeze it. There can't. Wrigley got a piece of that. Trying to hold it in. Did. Shot just deflected wide. Teemu Solani in front deflected the school a chance. Now Colorado trying to get a line change done. Moved up by Dandino. Leaves it McCarty. And Detroit will change it up as well. Sent it into the corner. Derek Morris coming back to get it. Detroit on the change. Morris trying to find somebody open to catch him on the change. Couldn't do it. Worrell, who hasn't played much in the game, dropped it into the middle. Larson sends it in and gets held up. Curtis Joseph again way out of the net. Backhands that one out to center ice. Joseph has done his share of wandering here in this game. Sometimes for the good, sometimes not.
Trying to negate the quickness. You see Colorado's been first to the puck on a number of occasions, or at least they were going to get there first. That's one of the reasons Curtis Joseph is out to play it.
Zetterberg trying to go through the middle, could not. Blake cleared it up and not out. Held in. Snyder a chance. Save made by David Abisher. Right along the ice on that one. Centered again. Shanahan tipped it towards the net. And David Abisher will cover it.
What a chance the Red Wings had moments ago when Ray Whitney got the pass back from Brett Hull. And it looked like David Abisher got a little piece of it. Here's how it came down. Brett Hull to Ray Whitney. Whitney had dropped his glove at his end, picked it up, and then headed up ice. Ray Whitney was down with the flu yesterday. He got the flu during the game a couple nights ago against Carolina. Was down with it yesterday. Was kind of walking slowly today. I think he feels pretty good tonight. He scored one of the goals and just about had a second one.
He'd have felt really good if that baby had gone in, and he had some room. Connor Walchuk got it out of there. Maltby will come back to get it. Kurt Maltby, an 8th goal, 14 assist season so far for Detroit. Maltby, Yzerman's at center out there right now. That'll be sent in by Draper, the other winger. Yzerman centering pass. Abisher there. Yzerman, Draper collide. Puck sitting. Colorado will get it. Connor Walchuk's already up ice. It goes to Joe Sakic. Sakic moves it in with Connor Walchuk. Drops to the screen. Correa save Joseph, and he clears it wide. Made the save, fumbled it, got it back. Sakic point. Morris shot. That one comes to the near side wall. Shot back in. Skula hits skates. Draper will pick it up and move it out of the zone. Here in the third period, we're getting chances and shots in flurries. Draper trying to move in. Skula trying to deny him. Draper and Skula, pretty good body banging right there. Played by Morris. Morris leaves it up the near side. Peter Forsberg in. Forsberg trying to find room. Good play. Snyder cut him off. Colorado changing. Oh! All alone. Foot. Datsuk moved in. Foot had just come on the ice and nobody picked him up. Lidstrom flips it. Pavel Datsuk. Datsuk got it out. Good pass. Whitney coming with Hull. Whitney wanted to drop it. Whitney to Hull on the aerial. Hull centered. Couldn't get it there in time. Played by Datsuk to Hull. He lost it to Milan Hajduk. A lot of scoring out there for both teams right now. Played back to Lidstrom. Lidstrom drops it off. These teams will play 5 times before the season's over. This is the first meeting of the year for Colorado and Detroit. Detroit trying to get on side here. Couldn't control the puck long enough. Moore had it. Taylor Solani tried to run in. Couldn't get it there. Scratched this. Dropped it ahead. Datsuk blocked it. Datsuk turning back. Detroit changing. Ran into his own man there near side to Woolley. Woolley, that's going to be whistled on the offside or a 2-liner. Nope, a penalty.
Oh, is it a penalty? Here's a great play though by Paul Correa and a super save by Curtis Joseph on a drop pass, a sick drop pass by Joe Sakic. See, even with the Red Wings with their left wing lock having 3 men back, the Avs have such speed. When they gain speed in the neutral zone, the Red Wings have little choice but to back in and give them that drop pass. Now they got things to worry about besides drop passes.
Oops. Too many men on the ice. Linesman caught it. Count them up.
Yep, 4 on the ice clearly and 2 over by the boards. There's a half a dozen right there.
Good if you're a bakery, not so if it's hockey. Riding the 2-man, 5:33 time of the penalty. 5th power play of the game. Colorado's not been able to convert. Draper's able to move it out of there. Draper brings it up, blue line fake, takes, dumps it off the near side, off the block shot. Dangerous shorthanded team, we remind you again. The Detroit Red Wings. 4 shorthanded goals for Draper. Correa's shot deflected and a save made on the rebound. Connor Walchuk. The puck came right back to him, and Curtis Joseph denied him. Sent in around the far side. Shanahan for Detroit. Detroit will clear it out and change. Minute 18 left to go on the advantage. Tanguay takes it back in behind the net. Tanguay starts it up. He'll lead the rush. Blue, red, blue and in. Dropped it off. Forsberg with it. Gets around Datsuk. Datsuk reached back. Puck cleared back into that slot area. Finally swept out of there. Chelios. Abisher looking up at the clock, seeing 58 left on the power play. Lyles out on the power play unit. Lyles out of Michigan State, 5 goals for the rookie. Forsberg in. Forsberg dropped it near side. Lyles top the circle, open shot, save, rebound, kicked away. Adam Foote can't get it. Back to Lyles. Avalanche clear the zone. Tanguay, a little room. Tanguay, Fisher in front of him. Fisher poked it away. Foote came over to help. Got it off the dasher deep. Matthew Snyder, 30 left on the advantage. Snyder got tied up, still controlled the puck. Colorado trying to hold it in to get another shot at it. Forsberg kicking away, got it. Lyles reaches. Lyles wrists it far side. Little room, shot gets blocked and behind the net. Tanguay to Forsberg. Forsberg looking. Power play, 12 seconds. Up top, Hayduk leaves it. Foote. They're looking for Lyles in the middle. Can't be handled. Tanguay. Tanguay avoiding the check, drops it. Lyles. Lyles waiting. Forsberg's behind the net with him. Nobody in the corner. Penalty over. Tanguay held it in. 2 shots on the power play. 5 on 5. It'll come to center.
Boy, what a penalty kill by Matthew Schneider of the Detroit Red Wings. He is the real deal, boy.
They've done a heck of a job tonight, have they not?
And they've gotten better at it because early in the game in the first period, Colorado was generating all kinds of scoring chances. They're not even getting them now.
Referral shot partially blocked. Didn't get much off that. Off the far side, Dandino knocked down. Datsuk will pick it up. Datsuk cleared it over Referral's head, and that is no easy chore. Scratch is coming back. That was hit with a high stick.
Introducing the first SUV with a power sliding rear roof.
Whoa.
The revolutionary Envoy XUV, found only at your GMC dealer. Professional grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to. Think before you move. SOCOM 2, U.S. Navy SEALs, rated M for mature.
Objective completed.
Well, Dave Lewis couldn't cut the lineup as a player at the All-Star game, but he's 2 for 2 as a head coach. Going to be going back, and we'll have it for you starting Saturday night. We'll kick it off with the Young Stars game. It'll be great. 4-on-4 hockey, 8 Eastern that starts, followed by the Dodge NHL Super Skills competition. All the best in hardest shot, accuracy, fastest skater. That's 9 Eastern. All coming your way Saturday. We'll have it ESPN HD as well.
Dave Lewis, 2 years with Detroit, taking over for Scotty Bowman. How about already 40 games above 500 as a coach? Says something obviously about him as a coach, and obviously, as is true in every sport, you got the horses, you win. Detroit's got a lot of horses. Off the near side boards, Brigley on the big spinorama got knocked away. Worrell drove it back into the zone. Will be played there by Rivers, who takes it deep. Jamie Rivers looking. He's out there with Lidstrom right now defensively. Worrell put a shot on the far side on Rivers. Worrell is an enormous sized man who plays a very physical game. Brigley's got it. There's Worrell in the middle right there. Worrell turns it to the red line. We'll dump that one in. Wrong side of the line, though. It went in on net, so that will take away any penalty be called there. A 2-2 game, 11:06 left to go. Worrell at 6'7", 250 pounds to be precise. John Buccigross, not a match, but he's working on it. John.
Gary mentioned if the Maple Leafs would lose, the Boston Bruins could catch them in the Northeast, but boy, down 4-0 back have come the Leaf. Patrick Lalime, what are you doing? Matt Sundin ties it up in 4. They're in overtime.
Well, the Leafs are going to have something to say about that.
No kidding. What a great comeback.
Have they had some shootouts lately, huh? Playing up there for the Battle of Ontario off the near side for Hull. Got intercepted by Sakic. Hull reaching in, Sakic the puck. Sakic centered, blocked by Hull. Still controlled by Colorado. Konowalchuk for Sakic. Datsyuk sends it around, and Foot able to hold it in. Fisher's going to come to the corner. Leaves it behind the net. Hard pass, Matthew Snyder deflected. Correa to Sakic. His shot blocked by Yuri Fisher. Turnover there by Detroit on a bouncing puck. Still is. Sakic wristed that one to the net. Rolls through the legs on the far side to Whitney, and he gets it out of the zone. Crashes back with Hull there. Played by Adam Foote. Adam Foote. Both teams will change. Had to wait a little bit. Backed into the zone. Wrigley knocked it down. Does battle with Lidstrom. Reaching in, Larson couldn't get it. Moved out by Draper. He's alone on the charge, though. Draper will get some help now as the puck came to center. Detroit already had 2 more in the zone. Delayed offside call if needed. It's not. Cleared back out for Larson, and Larson will backhand it in. Into the corner. Moore was after it hit Maltby, taken by Lidstrom. 2-2, 9:48 remaining. Third period. 30-25 the shots. Colorado Avalanche with the advantage there. That doesn't happen often. Detroit, they're tied for second in the league in shots per game at 30. They're going to be just about there probably in this game. They've got 25 right now. Between the leg pass by Tanguay. There's a beauty for you. Sent back up the near side for Hayduk. Hayduk looking, shot just deflected wide. Pretty good coverage as Rob Blake was breaking in, but Fisher stayed with him between Blake and the puck. Not easy to do as Blake was flying. You can see why the defense of these two teams pick up as many points as they do. They do not hesitate to join the rush. Into the corner, Hayduk. Hayduk just ships it around for Peter Forsberg. Forsberg knocked it away. Chelios drifted it away. Zetterberg. Rivers. Rivers looking. Holmstrom in the middle. Could not connect. Skula was there to knock it down. Skula sends it the other way. Detroit changing. Making sure not to have too many on the ice. Already caught for that on the last penalty. Holmstrom was offside.
Well, a fan club in attendance here tonight, and we'll tell you about it when we come back. All the way from Switzerland to see this man.
The 2003 J.D. Power & Associates Award for Most Dependable Full-Size SUV just went to the GMC Yukon. Professional grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
At the Royal Garden in Waikiki, expect a royal experience. An intimate garden hotel that's gracious and elegant. Spacious guest rooms and suites. Terraced gardens, pools, and a cascading waterfall. With 2 award-winning restaurants to choose from. Come Ina guests receive room discounts, free hotel parking, and free local calls. Expect a royal experience at the Royal Garden in Waikiki.
In need of a fundraiser? These cookies will make it happen. Made with butter, no preservatives. The profits mean big bucks for your band, club, or school. Give us a call before the other guys do.
5th year in a row, David Abisher's fan club has come over from Switzerland, ticketed, no problem with the spelling there, to tonight's game. 54, flight from Switzerland 750, sitting with Abisher's fan club, priceless. 30 of them this year. Not one is a relative of David Abisher's. They went to 2 games this time in California, one in Anaheim, one in Los Angeles. This is their 2nd game here, and they're going to head back to Switzerland. Boy, do they love their hockey.
They need spell check.
And they love look at it. They can spell Abisher. You think they can spell ticket, huh?
Oh, that's right. That's it. That's great, though. Following them around. Wonderful. Moved out of the zone. McCarty had it blocked at center. Konowalchuk. He'll chip that one in. Getting down to nitty-gritty. Next goal wins time at 8:25 to go here in the 3rd period. Into center loose. Colorado onside. Morris ripped that one over the head of Curtis Joseph.
Can anybody not shoot in this game?
No.
Really?
And I mean just cannon shots.
The defensemen especially.
Yeah.
Matthew Schneider, Nick Lidstrom, Chris Chelios can really bring it for Detroit. So can Jason Woolley. Then you got Derek Morris, who let that one rip. You got Adam Foote. You got Rob Blake, who's got a laser.
There aren't many who can't.
And through 2 periods, each of these teams' defense group had 10 shots each, so they were firing. Part of that was due to the power plays that they had.
They do not hesitate to let those shots go, but the goals have not come here in a 2-2 game. There you see the shot situation with Colorado on top in that department. Moore flips that one in by Datsuk. Woolley will come back to pick it up. Played by Lidstrom. Lidstrom has Tanguay, who moved in. Tanguay got a piece of that as it was dumped out through center. Scratchers had to come back to play it. Just got it over Datsuk's stick. Sakic, quick pass into the zone, trying to hit Tanguay. Tanguay taken out by Rivers. Up to the near side board. Scratchich again stepped in, held it in. Datsuk batted at it and finally got it. Feathers that one off the far side for Woolley. Big pile up. Fans at the other end were looking. Tanguay and Rivers were going at it. That'll be brought in on the icing call. There you see our Old Spice storyline. The Wings, Whitney and Dandino. The Avs got their goals early. Solani and Tanguay.
And our Old Spice replays. Close shave, close calls, off posts. Been the story for the Avs. Curtis Joseph really dug in after the first period and got a little help from his friends, the post, including the twine on one of them too. One puck landed on the top of the net.
Joe Sakic wins the face-off at center. He was .500 on face-offs through 2. Hayduk in. Hayduk trying to split the middle. D won't let him in. Fisher's done a good job of holding off Milan Hayduk. Paul Carrillo on the near side, spun away, returned pass to him, didn't get there. Sakic tried it again. Sakic kicking at it. Comes up to the point and out of the zone. Hull's got it. Hull moves it up. Hull's got a little room. Quickly shut down. Hull was trying to get set up. Foote was not going to let him in. Played by Fisher. A shot. Wisely, Blake just picked the skate up and let that go by. He wanted no redirection going off his skate and his own goaltender. Hull still has it centered off the side of the net. Blake over to get it. Blake clears it around the near side for Milan Hayduk. Hayduk moves it out. Detroit changing, so they got D back. Paul Correa to Blake to Correa. Correa to Blake. Didn't get through. Boy, tic-tac-tick, blocked by Chelios. And that'll be Skula back to get it.
It's the third excellent drop pass Paul Correa has received in this period. Sakic has put 2 to him, and that time Blake did.
Chris Chelios has been impressive in this game. Chelios, the veteran, right place, right time on a number of occasions in those kind of bang-bang plays. Drop pass that time is intercepted. Steve Yzerman, the Detroit captain, will dump it in wide of the net. That's Morris over to get it. Morris batted at it and sent it up into the seats. Down to 5:42 remaining.
The 33 players have scored 500 goals in their careers. There's the only man that has scored more on the road, Steve Yzerman.
When I first met my girlfriend, I didn't know what to say or what to give her. Now, I've gotten better at both.
A 3-stone diamond necklace from Kay means 2 things. Every diamond is hand-selected, and she'll absolutely love it.
Every kiss begins with K.
Why do I rent from Enterprise? For more cargo room. More people room. Or more headroom. Enterprise. So easy, it's like having a second car. Or third.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up. On February 13th, one man is going to extremes.
When she stops, just let her pet you and look cute.
To get the girl.
Why is she not slowing down? Uh-oh.
50 First Dates.
That didn't work.
Rated PG-13. Opens February 13th.
Pushing myself to the limit is what this is all about. And I need antiperspirants that can keep up. That's why I use High Endurance Clear Gel. Try it. If you don't like it, Old Spice will buy you a stick of something else. A clear gel that strong? I'm there. Old Spice High Endurance Clear Gel.
The true warriors score goals on the road as well as at home, and Steve Yzerman is the only one out of 33 players who have scored 500 goals in their career to score more of his goals on the road than at home. 1 out of 33.
Amazing number.
It really is.
9th all-time in goals scored, 8th in assists, 6th in points, and 5th in games played all time. Steve Yzerman. David Abisher blocked it. Marty Skula's got it. 5:33 left to go. Third period tie game. All the goals coming in the first two. In fact, within the first couple of minutes for the Colorado Avalanche. Played in the corner by Moore. Brigley a little pick for him. Tries to go to the center. Trying to hit Teemu Selanne has been on this line. Centered back. Selanne behind the net. Intercepted Woolley to Yzerman. Yzerman up for Draper. Draper saw the hit coming. Got the puck to center. Runner it into Morris that time. Sent back in by Brigley. Colorado will change, and Woolley will chase it down.
You notice the Detroit Red Wings don't like to flip it off the glass, do they? I mean, both of these teams make plays when they're coming out. You got a choice coming out of the zone. You can either give it to them or keep it.
Sakic shot that one wide. Paul Correa set it up. Dumped back in behind the net for Joe Sakic. Zetterberg on him. Sakic tried to move it. One arm that one up the boards. Connor Walchuk with it. Good spin there. Connor Walchuk. Chelios won't let him go. Chelios banging away at him from behind. Knocked away to Sakic again. Cycling. All of this, though, coming in the corner. Chelios got it up to Yzerman. Yzerman moves it up for Brendan Shanahan. Talking to Chris Chelios this morning, I mean, he was emphatic about the importance of this game. He was emphatic about the rivalry. After 20 years in the NHL, still knows when that light is shining brightly on a matchup. And boy, has he risen to the occasion in this game. Detroit gets it back. Near side, McCarty sends it in. 3 Colorado Avalanche put up the wall. McCarty goes through it. Still trying to pin the puck up. Couldn't, but a great effort. Tanguay can't reach that. It'll have to be played. We're down to 4 minutes to go in the third. Detroit has lost only one game this year where they've entered the third period tied. Datsuk centered shot that deflected off a stick wide. He had the chance.
Adam Foote with the deflection.
Foote got the stick down in front of it. He blocked a shot earlier of Yzerman's. It would have been a goal. Centered again for Datsuk. Came to center. And Foote that time got a stick on it. Lidstrom sends it in. They caught him in the line change. Whitney a chance. Save by Abisher. And we'll check in with John and Barry.
Gary, what Chris Collingwood is to Fountains of Wayne, Owen Nolan is to the Maple Leafs in overtime. His team was down 4-0. They win 5-4. He is clutch, and clutches everything in life. The Leafs remain in first place.
What a finish there. I want to remind you, NHL.com, all the scores, stats, official store of the NHL, NHL.com. Face-off, Skula tried to pick it up. Maltby got it in. Off the blocker and into the corner. Up to the point, but not out of the zone. Shot by Rivers. Save made Abisher. Ooh, a little hit by Morris after the save.
I'll be removing you from the crease area now. That's what Derek Morris said to Kirk Maltby. Boy, did he clean him out. Pushed him hard. I think he hit him up high, and that's why nothing was called. David Abisher with his good positioning. Kirk Maltby knows how to take a push, though, and turn it into a landmine right under him.
He is
really
lucky
does.
He got away with that one.
Oh, do you think Morris?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. That was,
I don't think so. You got to clear a guy away.
That puck was dead played. No more movement on it. Paul Correa lost his stick, ran into Fisher. Right around the net, Chelios.
I think Kirk Maltby may be the best player in the NHL at drawing penalties, though. Not making anything look like a dive.
Yeah.
And drawing penalties.
Hey, I want to remind you, our next edition of ESPN2 Ice Picks is approaching, and we've got the power in the hands to give it to you to make the choice. Log on, ESPN.com, and make your pick. Detroit, Edmonton, Anaheim, Phoenix. Which game would you like to see in February 23rd? Right now, it looks like it's going to be Detroit, Edmonton. You'll have until Monday to vote.
Yeah, you better get going. If you're Ducks fans or Phoenix Coyotes fans, you better get on it.
And as we remind you at all times when voting, keep your announcers in mind as you do your bartenders. Are you going to send them to Edmonton in the middle of the winter or Phoenix?
And don't forget to tip your waitress, and be sure you try the veal.
Played back by Chelios. We were kidding today, though, because we said, you know, we'd probably rather go to Edmonton right now. Hadn't been there for a while. What do we care? We're not going anyway. Played by Chelios on the touch. It's another cruise game. Send them up to North Pole, Alaska.
Hey, listen, take a look at this play. I really think that the refs are saying right now, we want you guys to try to decide this. It's going to have to be something flagrant. That was Steve Moore that went down, but he was kind of holding on to Brendan Shanahan. Shanny just wanted to say, get off of me. You're like a bad fungus. Get off of me.
Off the face-off, Detroit trying to get a shot. Couldn't do it. Down to 2:30 left to go here in regulation. Konowalchuk at center. Had gotten through, but Lidstrom was there with him. Konowalchuk centered it just behind Sakic. Cleared up for Yzerman. 2-2 game. Yzerman dumps that one on the hard around for Maltby. Maltby had Morris on him, so he dumps it the other way. Steve Yzerman will go the other way again. Maltby looking for Draper cutting. Yzerman the puck. Yzerman turned in the corner. Detroit has stayed with these lines tonight. And very few changes in that regard. Morris picks it up and clears. Salati and Tanguay the goals in the first period and the first 2 minutes of the game. Whitney got one in the first to make it 2-1. Dandino got one in the second period to tie it up. We've had no scoring here in the third. Datsuk had him Foot there to take it. And Foot will start it up. 31-28 shots in favor of the Avs. Foot got turned around by Whitney. Still get the pass into the middle. Right on Tanguay. Tanguay couldn't. Wow. Chelios again. Over to Whitney. Whitney brings it. 3 back for Colorado. Hayduk at center.
Oh, did Forsberg ever take a clip at Ray Whitney, and he got a chunk of him too and sent him flying.
Whitney did the spin on the ice. Fortunately, knee and rest of body all right. That'll be whistled on the offside. 1:19 left.
Well, you better be careful when Peter Forsberg's on the ice. He's like a great white, and he's looking for you. And he leaned into. He leaned into. Was the puck right on his stick? I mean, was that not an interference penalty?
That was interference. But as you said,
the refs are trying to let the players decide it.
That was an interference. But we've seen holding, interference, a couple of chops that they've let go by here. Fans up and at him. Full house as always on hand here at the Pepsi Center in Denver. Face-off setup play. Actually won the face-off that time, but couldn't do anything with it. Moore did for Colorado. Lidstrom sends it in wide of the net, hits the back of the net. Minute 8 remaining in the third. Maltby holds it in. Moore guns it around the far side, played by Brigley. Brigley had Draper moving in. They got it out to center. Brigley in his third NHL season, 4 years in Lethbridge, and playing regular ice time now for the Colorado Avalanche. Matthew Snyder. Snyder punched that one out to center. Down to 47 seconds left to go in regulation. Moved ahead. Hit a player going onto the bench that time, and that will draw the whistle.
Well, if you tuned in late, like 2 minutes late, you missed all of Colorado's offense in this game. Because a minute and 34 seconds in, they made it 1-0. 18 seconds later, they made it 2-0. Alex Tanguay with a beautiful move. But that has been it from Colorado's standpoint. Detroit has been able to dig in defensively and tie it, and that's why overtime is looming large here in 30 seconds.
Abisher fell down that time as he tried to play that puck, but he had enough help to get it out of there. Konowalchuk looking for Paul Correa's onside. 24 seconds to go. Joseph misplayed it. Correa falls down trying to get to it. Sakic. Sakic, he gets hauled out. Now we know there aren't going to be any penalties. That was a bear hug big time, and they're still holding Sakic on the ice.
Wait a minute, there's the 8-second buzzer, and it's a successful ride.
It is a takedown in the world of rodeo. At the far side, it comes for Blake. Blake will flip it out of there. We go to OT. Hang on.
Wait a minute.
We got a penalty with 1.6 left.
Do we finally have on a high stick? Somebody got clipped up high. Chris Draper did.
Now, this is important, obviously, heading into overtime. Draper's, this could be a double minor. I think it is.
You know what? If you're not going to call a bear hug takedown, how can you call this? How do you do that?
It's a 4-minute penalty, a double minor.
Along the boards, I know that. It's a long shot at it. I didn't see it when it happened.
Well, a major, obviously a very important penalty here. 1.6 seconds left in regulation, but
wow.
The double minor, and you only have a 5-minute overtime. Lidstrom's shot is blocked.
Now Steve Yzerman has gone down, though. It looked like he got hit up high.
Yzerman taking down Adam Foote off the faceoff.
Did Adam Foote hit Yzerman in the face? Yzerman looks like he might be bleeding. Well, I didn't think Chris Draper was, but Yzerman looks like he is.
Bill, that shot may have hit him.
Oh, did the puck hit him?
I think that puck
might have right off the faceoff, yeah.
I think Lidstrom's shot may have hit Steve Yzerman, and he drops his gloves and sticks and heads off.
I can't imagine Adam Foote would have done that because it would have been intentional. We'll see. Oh, no, it was Adam Foote. He came right up with a stick under his chin or under his nose.
You're right. That's what it was.
Oh, that was brutal. Oh, God. Look at that. See how Adam Foote tried to cradle him? I think he was going for his stick and missed him. I can't imagine that Adam Foote would have intentionally done that. He's a gladiator, but that's not his kind of game. But wait a minute. There's a 4-minute minor called on Draper and nothing on that one?
There's nothing called on that one. The penalty, the only penalty was the one before this faceoff that went to Konowalchuk.
Well, we got another look at the Konowalchuk play. We'll take a look at that one. Now, far boards. Where is it? There it is. I still don't know where it is. I still haven't seen a definitive look at the Steve Konowalchuk play. But
now the other thing is, Bill, Foote just came over to the penalty box as though he was going to go in, as though there has been a call against him.
The linesman can help out here if it's a major, right?
And they have. The linesman, it went to the referees, and Adam Foote's going to go. So we're going to overtime with 2 men in the box.
The amazing thing, how incredible is this? It happened, both of them, within 1.6 seconds of the end of the period.
The first penalty came and the whistle blew, 1.6 left. The second penalty came at the buzzer.
Top of the screen. Oh, God.
There's no question about the call.
That hurts just watching.
Now you got a 5-on-3 in the overtime. Now normally we go 4-on-4 in OT, but you got 2 penalties picked up that carry over into the overtime. So you got a 5-on-3 power play for Detroit. And you got 3 minutes and 58 seconds on the first double minor. So if Detroit doesn't win this,
something wrong.
A 5-on-3 here in overtime. Foote got the high sticking call, a double minor on him too. That's why you got 5-on-3, and the fans obviously not happy. So it's not just a 2-minute power play. Near side shot, Lidstrom, save, rebound, Shanahan, save, rebound, side of the net.
Well, that time the post was the best friend of David Abisher because one of those shots clanked off the iron.
The other thing, of course, for Colorado, with just 3 skaters, do they dare send anybody in the offensive chance? Each team has picked up a point. Now we're going for that extra point in overtime. Blake over there puts the hit. Third back. Near side, Hull looking. Lidstrom. 5-on-3 power play in overtime with the game tied at 2-2. Tip pass. Colorado on a 1-2 here, just trying to keep the puck outside. Datsuk with it. Datsuk leaves it. Lidstrom. One-timer Hull. Scores! And Detroit wins it in overtime, 3-2. And an unhappy full house here at the Pepsi Center.
Well, they couldn't have had a problem with the call on Adam Foote. And we didn't get a definitive look at the one on Steve Konowalchuk, but Chris Draper was standing up and skating around and looked fine after the high stick apparently clipped him. But a lot of things had been let go, including a bear hug tackle on Joe Sakic deep in the Detroit zone right before the Draper hit that led to the Konowalchuk penalty. But Brett Hull has ended it one way or the other with a rocket, a laser to the twine behind David Abisher. Oh, did he get all of that one? Abisher was there, and he still had no chance.
20th goal of the season for Hull, and the second overtime game winner Brett Hull has had this year. So in the first meeting of the year between Detroit and Colorado, the Detroit Red Wings will come away with a 3-2 win, 57 seconds into the OT on a 5-on-3 power play. Lidstrom and Datsuk pick up the assist. So after Colorado got the first 2 goals, Whitney, Dandino, and Hull scored 3 unanswered for the Detroit Red Wings. Whitney, Zetterberg, Datsuk keep Scoring streaks alive. Milan Hajduk with an assist, a 4-game streak for him. But Detroit's got the win by a score of 3-2. Hope we'll be seeing you this weekend. We'll be Minneapolis-St. Paul 54th Annual All-Star Game and our great Skills and Young Stars game on